Was a loofah. Loofah or loofah is this cool, natural sponge-like thing that I discovered during my travels to Southeast Asia. I stumbled upon it in a local market and was immediately intrigued by its texture and appearance. It's actually a vegetable from the Cucurbitaceae family, but when it's dried, it turns into this fantastic exfoliating tool. I remember trying it for the first time in the shower and being amazed at how well it scrubbed away dead skin cells, leaving my skin feeling incredibly smooth and refreshed. Since then, it's become a staple in my skincare routine, and I love that it's all natural and eco-friendly too. Loofah species: Loofah acutangula L. Rocks: Loofah aegyptiacum L. Loofah astorii Svensson. Loofah echinata roxb. Loofah graveolens rocks. Loofah operculata L. Cone. Loofah quinquefida hook. And arn. Seam. Loofah sacata F. Muid. Xi. Telford. Loofah sepium G. May. C. Jeffrey. How to grow loofah. Growing loofah is a fascinating experience that I embarked on after discovering its versatility. I found that loofah plants thrive in warm climates with plenty of sunlight, so I chose a sunny spot in my garden to plant the seeds. Starting them indoors in biodegradable pots helped give them a head start before transplanting them outside once the weather warmed up. Loofah plants are quite vigorous climbers, so I made sure to provide sturdy trellises or fences for them to climb on. Regular watering and occasional fertilizing helped them grow healthy and strong. It was such a joy to watch the vines grow and produce these amazing, elongated fruits. Harvesting them at the right time, when they're still green but starting to turn yellow, ensures they're perfect for culinary use or for drying into sponges. Overall, growing loofah was a rewarding experience that taught me patience and appreciation for nature's bounty. Can you eat loofah? Yes, you can eat loofah. It's one of those unique vegetables that offer both culinary and practical uses. I first tried loofah in a delicious stir-fry dish while traveling in Asia, and I was surprised by its crunchy texture and mild flavor. When harvested young, loofah is tender and can be cooked much like zucchini or other summer squashes. It absorbs flavors well and pairs nicely with various ingredients in stir-fries, soups, or even salads. However, it's important to note that mature loofah, which is typically used to make sponges, becomes fibrous and is not suitable for eating. So, it's crucial to harvest them at the right stage for culinary purposes. Overall, experimenting with loofah in the kitchen has been an enjoyable culinary adventure for me, adding a unique touch to my meals while also exploring its practical uses. When to harvest loofah? Harvesting loofah at the right time is key to enjoying its full benefits, whether for culinary use or for making sponges. Typically, loofah is ready to harvest when it reaches a length of about 6 to 8 inches and starts to turn yellow. At this stage, the skin is still tender, and the flesh inside is crisp and delicious for eating. If you're planning to use loofah for making sponges, you want to wait until the fruit fully matures on the vine and turns brown. This indicates that the flesh has dried out completely, leaving behind the fibrous skeleton that forms the sponge. Harvesting loofah at the right time ensures that you get the best quality fruit for your intended purpose, whether it's for cooking or crafting. How to harvest loofah? Harvesting loofah is a straightforward process, but it's important to do it correctly to ensure the best results. When harvesting loofah for culinary use, I typically wait until the fruit reaches a length of about 6 to 8 inches and starts to turn yellow. Using sharp garden shears or a knife, I carefully cut the loofah from the vine, making sure to leave a bit of stem attached to the fruit. This helps preserve the loofah's freshness and prevents it from spoiling too quickly. After harvesting, I rinse the loofah under cold water to remove any dirt or debris and then store it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it in my cooking. If I'm harvesting loofah to make sponges, I wait until the fruit fully matures on the vine and turns brown. At this stage, the flesh inside has dried out completely, leaving behind the fibrous skeleton that forms the sponge. I carefully cut the loofah from the vine and then remove the outer skin to reveal the sponge inside. After rinsing it thoroughly to remove any remaining seeds or debris, I let the sponge dry completely before using it for exfoliating or other purposes. Overall, Harvesting loofah is a simple yet rewarding process that allows me to enjoy its versatility in both culinary and practical applications. How to dry loofah. Drying loofah is a crucial step if you plan to use it for making sponges or other crafts. After harvesting mature loofah fruits from the vine, when they turn brown and feel lightweight, I start by rinsing them thoroughly under cold water to remove any dirt or debris. Then, I use a sharp knife to carefully remove the outer skin, revealing the fibrous skeleton inside. Once the outer skin is removed, I rinse the loofah again to ensure it's clean. Then, I lay the loofah out in a well-ventilated area with good airflow, such as a sunny spot outdoors or indoors near a fan. It's essential to allow the loofah to dry completely, which can take several weeks depending on humidity levels and airflow. During this time, I periodically check the loofah to make sure it's drying evenly and doesn't develop mold or mildew. Once the loofah feels lightweight and sounds hollow when tapped, it's fully dried and ready to use for crafting or as a natural sponge. How deep do loofah roots grow? Loofah roots typically grow relatively shallow, extending down into the soil to a depth of about 12 to 18 inches. While they may spread out horizontally to capture nutrients and moisture from the surrounding soil, loofah plants primarily develop a fibrous root system that helps support their vigorous growth above ground. Providing well-drained soil and adequate watering can encourage healthy root development and overall plant growth. However, it's important to note that the exact depth of loofah roots can vary depending on factors such as soil type, moisture levels, and growing conditions. How to cook loofah vegetable. Cooking loofah vegetable is a delightful experience that offers a unique texture and flavor to dishes. To prepare loofah for cooking, I start by washing it thoroughly under cold water and then peeling off the tough outer skin using a vegetable peeler or knife. Once peeled, I slice the loofah into rounds or strips, depending on my recipe preference. Loofah can be cooked in various ways, such as stir-frying, sautéing, or even steaming. One of my favorite methods is to stir-fry loofah with garlic, ginger, and a splash of soy sauce for a simple yet flavorful dish. Alternatively, I might add loofah to soups or stews for an added crunch and texture. Regardless of the cooking method, loofah cooks relatively quickly, so I make sure not to overcook it to preserve its crispness. Overall, cooking loofah is a versatile and delicious addition to any meal, offering a unique taste and texture that's sure to impress. When to plant loofah seeds? Timing is crucial when planting loofah seeds. I usually plant my loofah seeds in the spring after the last frost has passed. The soil temperature should be consistently warm, ideally above 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius. In most regions, this means planting loofah seeds in late April or early May. If you have a short growing season, you can start seeds indoors about 4 to 6 weeks before the last expected frost date and transplant them outside when the weather warms up. How long do loofahs last? Once harvested and dried, loofahs can last for quite a long time. In my experience, a properly dried loofah sponge can last several months to a year, depending on how frequently it's used and how well it's cared for. To extend its lifespan, I rinse the loofah thoroughly after each use and allow it to dry completely. Storing it in a dry, well-ventilated area also helps prevent mold and mildew. Where to buy loofah seeds? Finding loofah seeds is relatively easy. I usually buy mine from reputable online seed retailers or local garden centers. It's important to choose a variety suited to your growing conditions. Some popular online sources include Seed Savers Exchange, Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and Johnny's Selected Seeds. Checking customer reviews can also help ensure you're getting high-quality seeds. Can you grow loofah indoors? Growing loofah indoors can be challenging due to the plant size and sunlight requirements. However, it's not impossible. I recommend starting loofah seeds indoors and then transplanting them outside once the weather is suitable. If you must grow loofah indoors, ensure it gets plenty of light, either from a sunny window or grow lights, and provide ample space for the vines to climb.